Want to make passive income on Beehiiv? In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Let's dive in. The first step is to come over here to Beehiiv and create your account. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description that you can use to sign up. We're going to click on this Start Trial button, and then we're going to focus on the Launch account right here. This is totally free, no commitment. You can have up to 2,500 subscribers on your newsletter. So we're going to click on Get Started with Launch. Now it's going to bring us over to getting started with Launch to sign up. So you can either sign up for an account directly through Beehiiv, or if you have a Gmail account, you can sign in with your Gmail account. Okay, once you get signed up, this is a dashboard that you're going to see, a blank clean slate. It's going to welcome you. It's going to show you how many active subscribers, open rate, click-through rate, all that. This is your main dashboard here within Beehiiv. So this is where you're going to see all your analytics. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a post. To create your very first post, we're going to click on Start Writing, and then it's going to give us a couple different options. The first one is going to be a blank draft, as you can see right here, or you can click on Default Template. So if you click on Default Template, what it's going to do is it's going to come up with Beehiiv's, basically their custom template that acts as a beginner or starter post for you. So it gives you a couple of headers, it gives you some paragraphs here and a content break, and a couple of different like links that you can type in if you wanted to go outside of your post. So that is going to be the basic kind of template for you if you want to start that. The other one is going to be a blank draft. So if you click on blank draft right here, what it's going to pull up is it's going to give you a blank, basically a blank canvas. So you can create however you want. You can customize this post however you like. Next up comes the really fun part. So we're going to decide, what are we actually going to write about? So for this example, we're going to write about a topic of fishing. So we're going to come up with basically like a fishing 101 post here on our newsletter. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to create a post. So I'm going to call this fishing 101 and then a beginner's guide to fishing gear. Now what I want to do is we're going to go over to Claude, which is an AI program similar to ChatGPT, but I feel like it sounds kind of more personable, more human. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Claude. Claude is an AI writing tool, and we're going to get going with our outline. Write me an outline for a newsletter post that details the top 10 best fishing gear for beginners. Then I'm going to say, make this outline informative, engaging, and easy to understand. Alright, let's see what Claude can do for us. I feel like this is like the second cousin of like ChatGPT. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we got. Okay. So what it's going to do is, it, like ChatGPT, it's going to spit out basically the outline. Really the point of this is really just to kind of get a general idea of what we're going to be talking about. If you want to copy all of the text here, all you got to do is in the bottom corner right here, click on copy, and then we're going to go back over to our post, over to Beehiiv, and then we're literally going to paste it. This is basically our template or our newsletter post that's coming together. So remember how we said we talked about these are really just talking points. So in terms of, you definitely don't want to post it like this, because I mean this is clearly, you know, something that's written by AI. It's not complete sentences. You know, it doesn't have the most correct grammar. So we really just want to kind of pick and choose. How do we want to structure this? We're going to focus here on this introduction section. So we're going to say, please write me 3 to 4 sentences as an introduction to welcome, to welcome new anglers. Anglers is also another word for fishermen, if you weren't sure for that. To welcome new anglers, and why choosing the proper gear. Gear is important for beginners. So the reason I like Claude again is that it kind of spits it out, and it's almost kind of like as if you're reading an article or something in a magazine, newspaper, that kind of thing. The words are put together a lot, in my opinion, a lot nicer, and it seems more fluid and more like it flows better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. So remember, go down here, click copy. We're gonna go back over here to your post, and we're just gonna post this at the very top. So, and because they put a kind of like, I wouldn't think of this as like a title. It could just be basically like the header for the welcome section. So you can have that. You can keep that up there. What I would recommend is when you're creating a paragraph, or you're starting to build out your template or your framework, it's important to have maybe at max one sentence at a time, and then hit the space bar so there's like space in between. So for example, this is the first sentence. I'm just going to go through, and I'm going to really quickly kind of like just space this out. So see how instead of one big paragraph, you're breaking it down into like four sentences, and that makes it a lot more easier. If you really enjoy learning about side hustles and learning how to make money online, especially with a full-time job, then you should sign up for my free weekly newsletter. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below in order to sign up for the newsletter. And don't worry, you can unsubscribe anytime you want. Hope to see you in there. Okay, now that we have our top 10 essential fishing gear for beginners listed out. So we have number one, spinning rod and reel combo, which is basically like the pole, the fishing line, the tackle box, artificial lures. So how do you bring in affiliate marketing? How would you actually market these products or promote these products? So the place that I love to go first and foremost is Amazon. Amazon Associates is the affiliate program for Amazon. If you're not familiar with Amazon Associates, or you're not sure how to sign up or what it takes to sign up, it's totally free, by the way. I'm gonna leave a link here up somewhere, and or a little card that you can click at the top of the screen, and you can watch that video. So let's focus right now on the spinning rod and reel combo. So we're gonna head over to Amazon, and we're gonna basically search and see if we can find a fishing rod and a fishing reel, the rod and the reel combo, and let's find something we want to promote. So we'll just type in beginner fishing rod and reel combo. Okay, something super basic, right? So the things that I like to sort by for starters is if you go over here to the left side for customer reviews, I like to do it at least 4 stars and up. So that's number one. So, and then another thing I like to do is, if possible, I would really like to see the reviews. So basically the number next to the stars, I'd like to see that be at least 1,000. And the reason is because you want to make sure that enough people have reviewed this product that it's not just a handful, and people can vouch for not only the quality, the craftsmanship, the ease of use, that kind of thing. What is the product like together? Does it come with all the pieces? Is it basically what you see is what you get? So we're gonna scroll down, and let's see what we got here. Okay, so this one right here is an overall pick. Um, this one looks pretty good. I mean, it's got a pretty good rating, and then about 1,400 reviews. It looks like price is right, 37.79. And just remember, this is for beginners, so this isn't like some expert fishing, on ESPN or anything. The next one down actually looks like it comes with a couple of lures and bobbers, so we may want to go for that one. Plus, it's cheaper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this one right here. Okay, so this is what we're gonna choose to promote. So what we can do is we can take this picture, and we're going to want to use the picture from Amazon and use it into our newsletter post, just to give a visual on what exactly we're going to be promoting. So I like to click on it here, and then you can right click and you can hit save image to downloads. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the affiliate link. So once you sign up for Amazon Associates, in the very top right corner here, you're going to click on get link, and then this is going to give you a short link right here. So you're just going to copy this, and then we're going to go back over to our post. So once you have your affiliate link copied and your image downloaded that shows the product, what we're going to do is we're going to actually upload the image of the product itself, and then we're going to attach the affiliate link to the picture. So it's kind of a two-step process. So when you're in here, you're going to type in backslash and you're going to type in image. And then what this will do is it's going to bring up a little menu here. So you can upload an image and then go to wherever you have your image here and click on upload. And you'll see it's the exact image that we got from Amazon. And then there is a little chain link right here. So you can click that, and this allows you to insert a link or a hyperlink. So when somebody clicks on the picture, it's going to reroute them back to the fishing rod. So we're going to click on the chain, and then you just paste in your link right here, and then click on the little check mark in order to make it live. Now we're going to go back over to our handy dandy AI assistant, Claude. Claude, you ready, buddy? All right. What we're going to do is we are going to go to Amazon first. So we're going to copy, we want to have a description for this rod and reel specific. You can kind of make something up, but without using the details, you might miss something, you might kind of miss something with the product description and some of the features. So what I like to do is I'm going to copy this entire about this item, copy this, we're going to go back into Claude and we're going to say, rewrite this product description as a easy to understand feature list. And then we're going to do a colon and then basically paste it in here. So what we want to do essentially is we want to give everything that we got from Amazon from the product list, and we want Claude to rewrite it in a sense to where we're not actually using word for word the product description, because that's one of Amazon's terms and conditions. They definitely frown upon that if you just copy and paste what the seller has on their Amazon product listing. So that's why we want to bring it into Claude, and we want to actually tweak it a little bit and make it, change it up a little bit and make it unique and make it our own. So this is what basically what it condensed it to, the condensed version of everything that we brought off the Amazon. So we're going to highlight all of this that it gave us, and we're going to copy this. We're going to go back over to our newsletter post, and we're just going to paste this here. What we can do is we can go back into the image right here, click it one time, and then click on the chain link again. And then we're going to select all and hit copy. And then we're going to go back up here to the Zebco, and we're going to highlight this entire thing. And there's another chain link right here. So click that, and then we are going to paste the affiliate link again. So what it's going to do essentially is turn the title or the product into a hyperlink or a URL. So basically, if somebody clicks it, that is also going to go back to Amazon. So there's two places here on this newsletter post that you could really capture someone's click. So the title of the product, but also the image. And what I also like to do as a little added bonus, in case people don't realize they could actually click on the image, at the very bottom you can click and you can type in a caption. So I usually like to say click image, or maybe like product, click product to learn more, something like that, and then just click off. So what that's going to show up, I'll show you what it looks like here in a second, and it's going to have just that little piece of text underneath it just to let people know, hey, you can actually click this and it's going to go somewhere. So in order to see that, we're going to go up here, click on preview, and we're going to scroll down, and you can see how now this Zebco 404, the Spincast, it actually has a little almost italic look to it, and it has an underline. So really anything that's underlined is a hyperlink, is a clickable link. And then if we scroll down, we have our description right here, and then we have our image, and then right below it, it says click product to learn more. So it basically, you're giving a call to action. You're telling the reader, the viewer, that you can actually click this image and you can learn more about the product. So now let's take a look and see what this is going to look like in preview mode. We can see, so over here on the left hand side, you can see there's a couple little buttons over here. One says web, one says email, one says desktop, and one says mobile. So every option that you choose, that you click, is going to give you a different view. So for the web, every time you post on Beehiiv, not only is it going to email your newsletter through that format, but it's also going to create basically like a blog post on the web. So if somebody goes to your newsletter through the URL, this is how they're going to view it, right? This is the format that they're going to see. And you can see the product and then the image, and so forth. So for email, it's going to look a little bit different because it's obviously through an email. And, we haven't added any other images or anything, but this is kind of how it's going to look. And then finally, mobile. So if you click on mobile, it's going to give you an idea of what is it going to look like on mobile if somebody is viewing it through the email that you send them. So you can see there's our intro right here, and then we have a little header right here, and then the product itself with the URL that they can click. And since this is clickable, they can click it through email on their phone or through the web. Same thing, it'll go the same place. And then you can see how click product to learn more. Just reminding them that, hey, you can click this and it's going to go to the product. Now it's time to find that perfect featured image, also known as a thumbnail, for the blog post, or I keep saying blog post, for the newsletter post. It's basically the same thing. So the reason you want to add a thumbnail is on the web version of your newsletter, you can put in thumbnails basically above they're going to show above the title and the subtitle. So the place that I love to go find thumbnails or images that you can use that is 100% commercial and royalty free is unsplash.com. So we're going to go over here to Unsplash, and you can type in the search bar really anything that you want. So I'm going to type in fishing, and there's a couple different things that I like to do. So I like to sort it right here under license and say free. And then for orientation, you want it to be horizontal or landscape. So basically, you want it to be like this. So now what we want to do is find something that is basically that's going to kind of mirror the title and complement. Okay, this is a fisherman's guide. So do we want it of a fisherman? Do we want it of a fish? Really, that kind of comes down to your own personal, whatever you decide. Once you find something that you like, we're going to go over here to where it says download free. Click on the little drop down, and I like to click on original size. So we're going to go back over here to our post, and all we have to do is click on add thumbnail and then upload a new image. And wherever you have it downloaded to, you're going to click on it and click on upload. It really, the packaging is really part of the whole experience for the reader. So you really want to hook them in with the title, and then the thumbnail or the featured image. That was bad. And then once you get them in here, you have your intro, and then you have your product. And really, honestly, this is a that's bad. All right, this is a rinse and repeat basically. So we're gonna do the same thing all the way down through the newsletter post. So we have the rod and reel combo, we have the product and the hyperlink where you can click out. So the next thing down is we would just want to do the exact same thing for the fishing line. So we would go over to Amazon and we would type in fishing line, and it's the same thing. So we want to, this is just my personal thought, but I like to sort by the 4 or 5 stars, and just find something that looks like it's relatively cost effective. I mean, this one has 30,000 reviews, 4.5 stars. So, and it's only $12. So I would click this, and remember, you want to download. Click on your image, or you can also click one of these other images here. Right click, download, and then we're basically going to rinse and repeat, do the same thing. So we're going to click on get link up here and copy the hyperlink and basically do the exact same thing with every product that we want to list. One quick pro tip that I forgot to mention with Amazon Associates, if you sign up to be an affiliate marketer with Amazon, there is a 24-hour cookie duration. So basically what that means is, let's say that somebody clicks through your newsletter post, they click right here, they go to the rod and reel, and then they're over here and they're like, well, I don't really want to buy this now, but they click through to your link. So now that they're officially on Amazon. So for the next 24 hours, they're basically tied back to your affiliate link. So anything that they purchase, whether it's the fishing rod and reel or not, it could be diapers, it could be milk, it could be a bicycle, it could be a movie. Whatever they purchase in the next 24 hours that they have in their cart, you're going to get a commission of or a cut of. And that's where the rinse and repeat comes in, and the reoccurring monthly income or daily income. The more newsletter subscribers you have, the more people that potentially will click through and go to Amazon and just start, you'll rack up the commissions. Last but not least, how do you actually track your clicks? how do you see if somebody actually clicked through on your newsletter post to go through to Amazon? So all you have to do is go over here to the left hand side, and we're going to click on Analyze, and under here you're going to see Clicks Report. So click on the Clicks Report option, and what it's going to do is it's going to list all of the link clicks that you have right here. It'll show all the different clicks from within your newsletter post, whether it be through email or through the blog post on the website. This is all built into Beehiiv for free. So another reason why Beehiiv is the absolute #1 newsletter platform. So once again, if you enjoyed this video and you're thinking about starting a newsletter and you want to do it for free, you just want to try it, do a trial, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below that you can use to sign up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch this video coming up next that talks about the top 15 side hustles to make $1,000 or more a day.